Thornton and Linda Hamilton, set in the fictional rural town of Gatlin, Nebraska. The film tells a story of a demonic entity related to as he who walks behind the rose, which entices the children of the town to ritualistically murder all the adults to ensure
Children
their
of the
successful.
Corn?
There, yeah, that's it. That's a long way for one little title. Hey, I heard that the guy who played in the Green Mile, he passed away recently.
Michael Clark Duncan? Oh no! Everybody mentions that dude's name, but I can't remember his role in that movie. He's a guard, I think.
No, he wasn't he the big
Michael Clark Duncan, the black dude?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I'm not. Don't go by what I'm saying. That's just what I don't know where I heard that, but
let's look it up real quick.
All right. We'll take a quick pause for station identification. This is Secret Swim with Wes and M, episode 16. We should let the audience know too. We've moved up in ranks. We actually have 2 mics now, so you're gonna hear my voice a lot clearer and a lot more.
Yeah, it's actually in front of his face.
It's actually in front of my face.
Just so you know.
That's what she said.
That's where the mic belongs, Marin.
But it's like I said before. I'm not used to, and you even say it. You get in that relaxed mode, and your voice kind of carries a little bit. So it's like I said. I just hear that, that little echo, and but we deal with it. All right, your turn.
Okay, Michael Clark Duncan is still alive, folks.
Shout out to Michael Duncan.
It didn't show that he had died on IMDb. That's a pretty credible source. A hotshot flyboy who struggles to control himself, responsibility, and a steamy love affair while competing at the U.S. Navy Fighter Weapons School.
What? Top Gun?
Top Gun.
Really?
I can't believe you struggled with that.
It was either that or Iron Eagle. You remember Iron Eagle?
Iron Eagle was good.
Okay.
All right.
Walter Matthau stars as a beer-guzzling Morris Buttermaker.
Old men?
No. A beer-guzzling Morris Buttermaker, a former minor league.
Bad News Bears?
There you go. Bad News Bears. 1976.
Yeah.
The first time
they remade that movie and they won, and then it just ruined the franchise.
I didn't like it. And then they came out with like the Bad News Bears go to Tokyo.
Yeah, that one wasn't bad. Walter Matthau came back for that, I think.
I'm not sure, but yeah, they just
no. It was
because the second one
they
they had
on the actual baseball field of the
Astros in the original one.
Right.
Yeah.
Was it the original?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, and then the second one was Billy Bob Thornton, and Greg Kinnear was the other coach.
Okay.
And they got that's where they got to do. He's 14. He's not 14. He has his birth certificate, and he pulls out the birth certificate and says, "I am 14" in crayon. He's out there drinking tequila at the bottom.
Funny.
Hilarious. All right, go.
Years after being burned alive by a mob of angry parents, a child murderer returns to haunt the dreams. That's
Nightmare
correct.
on Elm Street.
There you go.
1 through 25. Which one was it?
That was all of them.
It's like Freddy versus Alien, Freddy in space, Alien versus Predator. It's funny how the movie industry becomes jaded with so many things,
Yeah.
And they just slap the tag on it.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna watch it.
If we can make a single, let's do it, because we already got people to see the first one.
If we invest $2 million, we can make 12.
All right, moving on.
Okay, here we go. 1984 German-American epic fantasy film based on the novel of the same name, written by Michael Ende. The film was directed and co-written by Wolfgang Petersen. His first English language film, and starred Barrett Oliver, Noah Hathaway, Tammy Stronach, Moses Gunn, Thomas Hill, and Alan Oppenheimer. Wow, that's a long fucking name. As the voices of Falker and Gamonk. At the time of its release, it was the most expensive film produced.
Never Ending Story?
Was it?
Never Ending Story?
Wow, you're good, bro. Yeah. Audience
All right.
is like, who the fuck is this?
When a team of Krites, fuzzy aliens equipped with sharp teeth, escape from an outer space prison, they head straight for Earth and land in the quiet rural town of Groves Bend, Kansas, where they wreak havoc. As they invade a farm owned by Helen and Brad Brown, a pair of extraterrestrial bounty hunters show up to put a stop to the mayhem.
I know it's not Gremlins. What? Give me more.
That's it.
Oh, that's all I got, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm stumped, dude. I don't.
Critters.
Never even seen it.
Never seen Critters?
No.
That was pretty good. That was a cult classic, man. I believe there's a scene. Was it Critters or Critters 2? Might have been Critters 2, where the aliens can shapeshift. They're like these weird sentient beings that don't have any definition to them, like they're glowing or their skin looks all nasty, and then they see somebody and they replicate that person.
Oh, okay.
And I think it was the second one where they come down and they land on the planet and they're looking around, and a Playboy or some kind of pin-up magazine is laying on the ground, and the alien looks at it and sees a centerfold of a chick.
And it assumes her role.
Totally, right? Like,
Yeah.
replicates her, and she's built, like beautiful proportions. And you see this metal thing on her belly, and she's looking down at it, and the other alien looks at it, and you can tell that they're like, well, this doesn't look right. And he reaches over and he grabs it and he pulls it off, and it's the staple from the middle of the magazine. Replicated that as if it's part of the body.
Yeah.
They just yank it off.
That's funny.
It was a funny little gag.
It's on me?
Yes, it's on you. Go.
A 1985 American coming-of-age comedy drama film written and directed by John Hughes. The storyline follows 5 teenagers.
Breakfast Club.
You're good. Now I see why you guys get so many.
Gifted baseball player Roy Hobbs, whose life has taken some unexpected turns, becomes a 35-year-old rookie sensation who helps a cellar-dwelling team get back in the game in this mythic film that's as epic as America's national pastime.
What? The Rookie?
Negative.
It's the only name I can think of.
Starring Robert Redford. I should give it away right
Field
there.
of Dreams?
You're terrible, dude. That was Kevin Costner.
What's the one? Women don't cry. There's no crying in baseball.
No, it's not that. That's all women.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Natural.
Never seen it.
You have to see that movie.
Never even heard of it.
Great movie, dude.
I just watched the other day. Oh, you were here. Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah. Dude, you have to see The Natural. Look it up on Netflix. You might be able to watch it.
All right. Okay, a 1985 American teen sci-fi comedy written and directed by, again, John Hughes, starring Anthony...
Weird Science. Dr. Daniel Jackson, a scholar of ancient hieroglyphics, signs on to help the Air Force unlock the mystery of a stone archway that's really a portal to another universe.
Stargate?
Correct, sir.
This was going to stump you. I know it. This is my last bullet in the chamber. A 1989 American romantic comedy written by John Hughes. No, I'm just kidding. Written by Jordan Efron and directed by Rob Reiner. The story follows the title of characters from time to time, from the time they meet before sharing a cross-country drive through 12 years or so of change and encounters of New York City. The film raises a question, can men and women ever just be friends? And advances many ideas about relationships that became household concepts, such as those as high
Breakfast
maintenance.
at Tiffany's?
Who?
Breakfast at Tiffany's?
No.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get that.
It starred Billy Crystal.
Oh.
Meg
When Harry
Ryan.
Met Sally?
There you go. That was like the most I read, dude, before you got it. Did you ever see it? No.
Yeah, there's an orgasm scene. That's one of the most famous scenes.
Yeah, of course.
In history.
Yeah.
Is that all you got? I'll give you one. This 1980s sitcom centers on Vicky, a robot created by inventor Ted Lawson and taken home to acquire
Small
social...
Wonder.
There you go. All right.
Man, I would have been a lot better if I'd have known we were doing fucking TV shows.
What's anything on Netflix?
I had a whole section on that, and I go, no, you know what, we'll do movies. But I wanted it, like I said, I wanted to get it to where, because it was a quick fire, you know, boom,
Right.
boom, 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 you know. And again, I could have went and I could have told you like Suburbia,
Right.
Clockwork Orange.
Well, we can do it again. And what I'm thinking will be the best game is when we get Chris involved, Chris Teagarden.
Yeah,
We'll
for
have
sure.
his wife sit down or something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that was really cool. I like that.
very cool.
That. Yeah.
Let's try a new improv game.
All right. There we go.
Improv.
That's something that the audience can
improv is going to be a reoccurring theme.
Oh yeah.
So we can't
For
try a
sure.
new game called improv because
For
we've
sure.
already done like 3.
And in all honesty, all kidding aside, I think we've gotten to a rapport going. You know what I mean?
Okay.
From the first show. If you listen to the first show, which I invite all of the audience to do, up until this show recently, you can hear the difference in the what's that word you use, man, with the voice?
Articulate?
No, articulate.
Oh, cadence?
A cadence there. A cadence or cadence?
Cadence.
Cadence. I can't spell it. It's either with a K or a C, I imagine.
Cadenc.
There
I'm
you
pretty
go.
sure, but whatever. Move on.
You can hear the difference from the anxiety from the first show
Yeah.
through the second show, through the third show, through the fourth show, and so on. And you can hear how we blend more. You know, the first show, it's like one person was talking, then another. We all had our little moments. You know what I mean? And then you get up to this recently, and you feel the flow. You know, so it's working. And it's like I was telling you earlier. You know what? And I say it jokingly, but there's a seriousness behind it. You know, everyone wants to do a podcast, but nobody wants to put in the work. And unless you're actually doing a podcast, and you're going from the ground up the way we are, I mean, we're doing everything our own.
Right.
You know, we're doing the mic setup, we're doing the trimming, we're doing the editing, we're adding sound effects, and you know, last weekend we spent what 16 hours on because of the mishaps. We've had shows that crashed on us, and we had to go and redo them. You know. So there's a whole thing that goes into this podcast, you know, and for anybody out there who's willing to put in the work, man, you know what? There's a satisfaction that comes out when you're able to put your stuff up, you know, but
a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah,
and put it out there. If anybody has any questions or wants any assistance, just send us an email.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, we'll help you out.
But you know what? Anybody out there who thinks this shit's easy, you think we just set up mics and fucking go. It's not that simple, man, you know?
And there's no money to hire a team to do it for us.
Exactly.
This is a grassroots movement.
I actually the first 3 or 4 shows that we did, I would tell my son, hey, grab me like 4 stories off of YouTube. And he would just pull, or not YouTube, off of Yahoo.
Yeah.
And he would have them ready for me.
Right.
And then I wouldn't even know what they were until I got, okay, now I know what they are. Okay, this one I don't like. Go get me another one because I don't like this one. And then that's why I'm like, you know, you gotta do this shit yourself, man. You know, because it's you know, yeah. If and when we get big enough,
right,
we're gonna have people doing that for us too. But at this time, we gotta put in the work, man.
Yeah.
There's work that needs to be put in. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You can't just go straight from supervisor.
Right. Half measures a whale is nothing.
Right. But that being said, you know, I welcome anybody out there to go out there and try it, man. Anyway, let's continue. My rant is over. Was that a rant or just a? There was an improv game that. Anyway, it's called Good Thing, Bad Thing. And basically it's you would say something like, oh, it's a good thing that I got my watch out of pawn. It's a bad thing because you had to pay interest on it. And you'd be like, well, it's a good thing because the interest is, you know, and we go back and forth, good thing, bad thing, good thing, bad thing.
Okay.
So that's the premise of it.
Okay, go.
It's a good thing I took that chicken out of the freezer, or else it would have got freezer burn.
But it's a bad thing that it was game that hadn't been gutted yet.
Well, it's a good thing because it gives me a chance to